The Eglinton Crosstown LRT, or Line 5 as we know it, is supposed to be this game-changing light rail line across Midtown Toronto, right? Maybe not. It's 19 kilometers long, 25 stations, and running from Mount Dennis all the way in the west to Kennedy all the way in the east. And it's supposed to be this really fast light rail line, like subway fast, but cheaper to build.
The first piece of track has been laid down for the Eglinton Crosstown. It's a landmark as construction crews work on finishing the project in 4 years. In 4 years. 4 years.
We often see people online complain about why Eglinton isn't open, but there's a multitude of reasons. Jonathan will tell you why.
Well, it's 2025. We were told that it opened in 2020, then 2021, then 2022, then you get the idea. As of April 22nd, 2025, Metrolinx's technical project update dashboard shows where things stand with the Eglinton Crosstown LRT, and there's been a lot of progress, but also some major steps still to go. Let's walk through the key work streams. First, remaining construction. All major roadwork requiring lane closures along Eglinton Avenue is now 100% complete. Next up, testing and commissioning for safety and reliability. This is about making sure every piece of the system is working safely and as intended. Post-installation checkout, or PICO, is 97.9% complete. That's over 40,600 individual components checked, everything from signal hardware to emergency alarms and platform systems. Site acceptance testing, or SAT, is 94.2% complete with 35,856 subsystems tested. System integration testing, or SIT, is 83.9% done. Before Metrolinx can take over the system, they need proof that it was built as designed. 94.6% of the 517 design packages have now been reviewed by a professional of record. These include everything from tunnel systems to mechanical and structural elements at stations. But here's the catch. Only 8.7% of the required 46 construction certificates have been issued. These are what formally sign off completed portions of the work for handover. So this part is lagging behind. Fourth, certifying stations and facilities for safe occupancy. Pre-revenue service occupancy status, or PRSO, has been achieved for 100% of stations and facilities. That means every station is now at the stage where it's physically ready for staff and testing crews. Occupancy permits have been obtained for 90% of sites, meaning inspections like fire safety and electrical have passed in most areas. Operator seat time is only 19.6% complete. Operators need to spend time actually driving the vehicles, learning the controls, signals, and emergency procedures. Now we get to the final phase of testing, recovery and reliability. Recovery testing simulates serious service interruptions, like a disabled train that needs to be towed. It checks whether emergency power systems hold up and bring the train to the maintenance facility. Reliability testing simulates everyday issues, like if a trackside antenna fails, do other antennas provide backup coverage? Both tests are run together to make sure malfunctions don't affect test results. Once all of that is complete, we move into the revenue service demonstration phase. This is essentially a dry run of real service. Trains would run like they would on opening day, but without passengers. Metrolinx previously expected to begin preparing for this phase in early 2025. And as early as April 2025, Interim CEO Michael Lindsay says this demonstration is expected to last about 30 days. The City of Toronto is also ready to take over operations. Councillor Josh Matlow stated that he has heard from sources working on the ground they feel confident that the transit line will be ready this fall, specifically mentioning September 2025.
Yes, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing some positive things about the Eglinton track, and hopefully we'll be handing it over in the next couple of weeks to the TTC, and they'll be doing their trial runs, and thank God. That's all I got to say about that project.
We ask ourselves, what's after? When Eglinton finally finishes construction, the Golden Mile will be one of the largest ever developments in Scarborough. The developments proposed in the Golden Mile is one of the largest ever to take place in Scarborough. As of 2022, over 50,000 residential units have been proposed along the crosstown. The Golden Mile, located along Eglinton Avenue between Victoria Park Avenue and Birchmount Road, was historically a commercial strip serving a growing community in East Toronto. Today it remains home of many of the long-standing independent businesses. However, the area is slated for significant upzoning and redevelopment, with numerous high-rise towers proposed. Similar patterns of transit-oriented development have been seen in Vaughan Metropolitan Centre, along Line 4 Sheppard, and with the eye on LRT in Waterloo. Business and community members are concerned about possible gentrification going on in the neighborhood. This could mean higher rental prices and kicking out lower-income residents that have lived here for a while, and businesses that are priced out by higher markets.
We are building a transit project for the next 150, 200 years. I'm not rushing through this phase. I'm making sure we get it right and declaring a date when the time is right to declare a date. And the time is not right now.
Nobody really understands it. It doesn't make sense.
Businesses in the area that have been impacted by construction haven't received any direct compensation from Metrolinx or the province. Hundreds of businesses have shut down as a result.
Line 5 is also being extended westward, with another 9.2 kilometers of track towards Renforth. This project will create connections to Up Express, the Kitchener Go Line, Go Buses, My Way, as it'll expand the rapid transit network in Etobicoke and improve connections to the TTC bus network. The project is expected to be delivered by 2031. Possibly. Another future extension would connect directly to Pearson Airport in the future. A separate project led by the City of Toronto, the Eglinton East LRT, is an 18-kilometer LRT connecting Kennedy Station to the University of Toronto Scarborough, Sheppard Avenue, and the Malvern neighbourhood. This line would provide additional transit connections to Line 2 Bloor-Danforth and the Line 5 Eglinton, in addition to Kennedy and Eglinton Guildwood's GO stations. The project would expand the rapid transit network in Scarborough, which is very much needed.
Recent notable development is the renaming of the Ontario Science Centre station to Don Valley Station. The Ontario government plans to have this name changed before the line opens.
The importance of finishing the Eglinton Crosstown is to prevent further delays and cost overruns. The more that the doors to Line 5 does not open, is the longer that TTC has to change bus routes and the bus network to operate alongside the rail corridor, which increase in operating costs.
The city also loses out on the economic benefit of quicker travel times, reducing emissions and having less congestion on its roads. Transit would bring more connections to job markets and encourage businesses and companies to set up along Eglinton.
We're calling on Metrolinx to finally open this line. We have people, money, and businesses waiting on this corridor. Thank you.
Let's get it open.